Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
Hey guys, we're right here. We're getting away from what we normally do. It's K4 time. We're not doing a K4 interview. It's not an MMA interview all the way, but we have a special guest on. We have Shaun Thompson. Shaun's a big game hunter, a super cool guy, and Ray booked this up for us, and man, we're really excited to do this.
I appreciate you guys having me, man. This is an honor, brother.
So, crazy story. We just did the K4. That's like our local fighting organization that me and Ray work for, and we were telling everyone about that we're going to have you on. And some of the guys were like, hey, man, this guy's been like trying to get his stuff in our store. So like it was just such a coincidence that actually happened. Like I guess they called you and like you called them and you guys are working it out. So that's super awesome. You're getting stuff right here in Buffalo. So when we get done with this podcast, you can go buy some of Shaun's stuff.
Awesome.
Armstrong Armory.
Yeah. Heck yeah,
That's
man.
awesome, man.
Yeah, hopefully we'll have some stuff in the store, and I'm excited to see the place.
Yeah, very cool. So I seen a picture of you hunting a bear, man. Like Ray said, you guys were all hunting a bear, and I don't really know too much about hunting, but man, that thing looked like way bigger than you do. That looked very scary.
Yeah, that picture is actually my buddy Nick. I've been hunting with him for 15 years or so, but we go up every year. It's in from Buffalo. It's maybe like 9-hour drive north, so it's not terrible. But yeah, we go up there. We do a boys' weekend. We do some fishing. All the ladies are gone, and we drink too much and eat too much and fish a lot, and then we head up to bear camp and hunt bears for the week. So yeah, we had a blast, man. And I'm actually leaving in 6 hours. I'm heading back up for a couple more days. So
okay,
nice, man.
Yeah.
What's it like hunting a bear? What do you use, like a big rifle, or you use a bow and arrow like a savage?
Yeah, I'm a savage. Yeah, yeah. We bow hunt a lot. We do gun hunt too. I'm actually gonna bring the gun up because I've never shot a bear with the gun before. I've shot maybe 7 or 8 bears with the bow, but mostly archery, up close and personal kind of stuff. Yeah.
Man, how dangerous is it to like? I've shot a bow quite a few times, and I realize I'm not very accurate with it. Obviously, I don't put in any kind of enough practice to do it. I know you need just lots and lots of reps, but man, what's it like trying to hunt a bear with a bow and arrow? That's so crazy.
It's cool, man. But I mean, like anything, like, man, you say you train 5 days a week and everything you do is probably muscle memory. And it's the same with shooting a bow. So, I mean, you shoot enough, it just becomes instinct. But yeah, it's intense, man. When the first time you hunt bear and you look down and see something black walking in, it's like, man, that's not a deer. And it's on the top of the food chain up there. You know, if you didn't have your weapon, you'd be done for. But it's intense, man. Hunting predators is a totally different feeling. But for the most part, black bears are pretty safe. I mean, unless you get between some mom and cubs, that can be pretty sketchy. But other than that, they're pretty scared of you. Do you have like small arms with you too, like some kind of large caliber handgun, or you just with your bow and arrow? Unfortunately, you can't. I do own a pistol here in the U.S., but you can't bring it into Canada. So, man. Yeah, it's your bow, and the bear. That's crazy. I know a lot of people that do bow hunt, and most people carry like, a rifle or something with them, or a pistol just to protect themselves in case something like a bear jumps out of the woods while they're hunting a deer, you know. Yeah, you mostly got to worry about that, like when you go out west and you're dealing with grizzly bears, because they're just not scared of anything. They'll tear you out of your tent. They're sketchy out there. Man, is it like a huge thrill or what? Like I can't even imagine like looking down a bow at a bear. Yeah, man, it's cool too when they're coming in. Like obviously your heart starts going and everything, but once you come to full draw and you're on them, like I very rarely remember anything. Like it usually just your body goes into this just natural zone and does your thing, and then when it's over, everything starts coming back. But it's a rush, man. Yeah, your heart's thumping and it's intense. I went bow hunting one time in my whole life. I saw a deer. I was like way too far away, and I missed by a lot. But I was like,
shaking, man. And that's like a little deer. It's not like anything that's gonna kill me if I miss. So
Oh yeah.
I have a lot of respect for what you're doing, man. That's crazy.
I appreciate it. You guys should come up with us next year.
If I can bring a rifle, I'll come with you. I'm not.
No,
I'm not
Caveman.
trying
I don't know. Caveman might try to choke the bear out.
Yeah. Well, you guys heard of that? You guys heard of that jogger in Colorado that choked out a mountain lion?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I did see that. And like those guys that wrestle with bears, it's not. They're wearing a muzzle and they're declawed. So I ain't being wrestling no bear, dog.
No, that's another world. Nope.
I ain't messing with no gorillas, no bears, no nothing. Those animals
no,
are crazy.
I guess Khabib's the only one that can do that. So.
Yeah, all those Russian guys they're pretty savage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So do you make your own bows and arrows, or do you like use a brand, or how's your equipment work?
Yeah, no, we have some partners that hook us up with products because they want to see the products on the show. But no, I don't make my own. It's a pretty high tech bow. The bow I shoot now is from Athens Archery. Actually, they just went out of business. They're actually from Rochester.
Oh man, cool. A
yeah.
small world, dude.
Yeah.
Bill's had archery in Rochester, how it goes together.
But that's what I shoot now. I still shoot their bow even though they're out of business. But great bow.
What kind of arrows you shoot?
They're carbon arrows. I should have brought one up here to show you guys, but it's a 28-inch arrow and it's got a 4-blade broadhead on the front of it from Slick Trick. They're actually a Rochester company as well.
Yeah, look at that.
But yeah, try to keep it local.
Thanks.
Nice.
That's awesome, man. That's really, really good. And do you do a lot of hunting or just mostly bear, or you hunt deer, you hunt elk?
Oh man, I'd say in the last 15 years, I've done an insane amount of hunting. I was part of a video company that I just left called Bone Cold TV, and we've traveled the world, man. We've been to Africa, New Zealand, and Europe, and Australia, Greenland, you name it. We've been all over the world and shooting all kinds of crazy animals, Africa. And the new deal I'm doing now, the Pinnacle 50, is trying to shoot a big game animal in all 50 states. So I'm going to do less world traveling, more U.S. stuff. We got 50 states here that just got so many cool opportunities, and each state's got its own rules, regulations, different animals. So that's what the new show is going to be about. But yeah, I do a lot of hunting. Usually from January till April is pretty downtime. May, we got turkey season, some fishing stuff, bear hunting. And then July, August is pretty slow. And then September through December, I'm gone.
So you're doing the big game hunter for TV, and then you do your own personal hunting is pretty much what you're saying, right?
Yeah. All the hunting I do, I usually have a camera with me or a camera guy with me. So just to put out content and, stuff like that for the show.
You ever wish you could just go in the woods and not have to worry about anything and not talk and just be quiet?
It's funny you say that. I was at my buddy's in Ohio 2-3 years ago, and we're all sitting in the garage, and I'm like, you know what? It's been 15 years, but I'm not bringing any cameras with me tonight at all. And didn't I go out and shoot the biggest buck I've ever shot in my life that night? And it was yeah, man, it is nice to have that, no pressure, you're not working, you're just kind of sitting back and relaxing. But yeah, every once in a while I leave her home.
It's always dangerous when you turn the thing you love, your hobby, into your job. Sometimes it really becomes work, no matter how much fun it is. I know that same experience. It's not the same. You get to go out in the woods and you're still doing your thing, but when you run a gym, when you go from fighting to running a gym, it's the same thing. It's something you really love, but man, it's a lot of extra work, and you're like, man, I wish I could just train one day instead of having to make sure everything's all right before you go do it.
Yeah, no, you're definitely right, but I don't know, man. To me, it's just better than, and I'm sure you could say the same. It's just better than sitting in some office or cubicle all damn day in a suit and tie. And, there is times that it feels like work. When I'm hunting itself, it doesn't. But when you get out of the woods, I mean, you're running footage and digitizing and editing and, promoting and doing commercials and brochures and people's websites. And so, yeah, it quickly becomes a job. But the hunting part hasn't hit me there yet. So.
Are you actually doing the editing yourself, or do you have to just be there when they edit it?
Yeah, I do everything in-house.
Oh my goodness. That is a lot of work, man.
It's a lot, man. Like I just released that bear episode today. I think I might have sent it to you. But it was like a 6-hour project just once I get all the footage in the system. It was about 6 hours to put together, and it's only a 13-minute episode. So I mean, it's a grind when you're trying to put together a full episode for the new show. And I mean, you're calling the tourism departments of the state and calling the DEC and studying each state and learning what each state has to offer. And you're trying to put that in the episode. I mean, one episode could easily take me almost a week to put together. So it's a lot of time.
I understand. I put together videos like training footage videos and like gym videos, and it's nothing like the level of videos that you're making. And I edit them as well, you know, and like just clipping that all together, and you know, just I understand the pain that you're going through. That was supposed to be Ray's job, but he ditched it all off on me. So all the podcast stuff, I edited all the videos with like the roll-a-thons. I edit all that. Yeah. Ray's the worst production manager of all time.
Yeah.
So where can we watch Pinnacle 50?
So I just started the company. Like the company's actually a legit company as of like 6 months ago. I've only released 2 actual episodes so far, and I've done some short film stuff. So as of right now, the only place is really we have. Sorry.
No worries. We love dogs too.
We have the dog's going nuts. Somebody just walked in. But it's on YouTube right now, the first 2 episodes, along with some short films. But once I have 13 episodes done, that'll be like a full complete season, because every quarter is 13 episodes like on TV. So once the 13 are done, then it's going to be like on Wild TV up in Canada. So it'll cover all of Canada. It'll be on a whole bunch of local networks, including one right in Buffalo. And I'm going to try to get in maybe 15 to 20 cities in the first year around the country, just local networks, and then a bunch of streaming stuff. But right now, YouTube is where it's at.
All right. Since we don't have a Jamie, I just I went up to YouTube. I found a link, and now it's posted in the chat. So anyone that's watching, whenever you're watching this, you just go back and you can click on the link there, and it should take you right to the Pinnacle 50 page.
Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, no worries, man. That's what we're doing. We're trying to have some synergy and like help everyone grow. That's what we try and do here. Yeah. Especially you got a lot of connections to us. You got a Bills hat on. Of course we love you, John. Doesn't get no better than that.
Go Bills, baby.
Yeah. Ray likes the Jets, so he's a loser.
You see, Josh Allen got married today.
Yeah.
That's what I heard anyway.
Hopefully he doesn't get too crazy, and the season is pretty good. You know, you get married now, got all kinds of problems going on, and just need to keep it football related. Hopefully,
I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah. Hopefully, everything's good. The defense should be better this year. The offense is getting better. Hopefully, the running backs come to camp, and we don't have to fight about $15 million a year. But
Cook is a good running back, though.
Yeah.
He was a big help.
He was. So we have to. We talked about this a little bit in the green room, but we have to get into the fighting that you were doing, and the over 40 league. We'll get into that later because maybe we can hook me and Ray up. But so you said you did a little bit of semi-organized fighting when you were in the Air Force, and you're not supposed to talk about it. So of course we're going to talk about it.
Yeah. No, not so much. I mean, at the time I wouldn't have talked about it, but now it's not a big deal. But yeah, we had a couple guys in Colorado Springs that ran a little league, and at one point I think there was about 80 guys fighting, and I just trained a bunch, and I really wasn't I wasn't a professional by any means. I was working out a lot. I was strong, I was fast, I was athletic, and I loved doing it. So I joined, and ended up having 13 fights.
Damn.
And I did well, man. I did not lose a fight.
Nice.
But it was I had a lot of fun, and it was just something when I got back out of the military. When I got out of the military, I just didn't continue doing it. In fact, I got out of the military. I stopped going to the gym, and just life got in the way. I started having kids, and just here we are 20 some years later. And
well, just think, if you kept doing it, it'd be very difficult to hunt, because how are you gonna take 6 days away to go hunt?
I think shoot, you said you're older than me and you're still doing it, but man, I feel like My body hurts. My body hurts bad from doing it. I'm feeling it now big time. I can't imagine that you're still going. It's wild.
Yeah, I'm not really fighting anymore, but like so I run a gym, so I'm actively training with all the guys that fight. So like, I'm the most experienced guy, so I'm always like banging out with everybody at least a few times a week. So
You still do a lot of sparring?
yeah, I spar like 5 days. I train 7 days a week. I spar like 5 days a week.
Yeah, Caveman is crazy smart.
Dude, wow.
He goes hard. But after he spar, he go to best buds.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind going. I'd love to come watch, or just maybe I'd get in there with you, but just take it easy.
Heck yeah, man, dude. We got like so many levels of experience, man. We got guys that are like, trying to go all the way, and then we got guys that are just, starting. So like we do pretty regimented sparring. We make sure that we have the right people together going at the right speed. That's one of the things that I really want to do at my gym, because like if you're fighting, like really, really fighting, you need some really hard sparring. If you've been fighting for a while, you need to keep your body safe, and you need to be doing like pretty regimented sparring where you're doing like what you need to do. You're doing your techniques, you're working your what you're going to do in the fight. You still need to get a couple rounds in. Like, obviously you can't completely not spar because you need your timing, but you should be doing like, a lot of touch stuff. And then, we got people that are interested in fighting, but not really fighting. And you got to make sure they keep paying the bills. So you got to keep them safe too. So like there's all kinds of different levels.
What are you training? You train everything? Are you jiu-jitsu? What are you?
So I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu. I was a professional Muay Thai fighter, and I wrestled in college. So like I teach all those separately, and then I teach MMA class too.
Man.
Yeah, I teach 27 classes a week.
Yeah. You just had somebody, Jared Joseph, just said you still beat everybody up anyway. So
yeah, he's one of my guys. He's one of our heavyweights. He's a little bit scary. Dude, his calves are so big. He had to get like extenders on his shin pads to get his shin pads on. Like he's got some big calves, man. He's got OnlyFans for calves. So make sure you guys check that out. Jared, post your OnlyFans link, and then we'll put it across the top. Jared does a lot of stuff. He was he's a Marine. He's a retired Marine, and now he does a lot of rugby. He's coaching rugby right now.
Beauty. What about you, Ray? What do you got going over there?
Oh, I don't got nothing. I just go to Best Buds and relax.
Do you fight too or no?
Oh no, I don't fight no more.
He did fight. He was undefeated. He's an undefeated amateur fighter.
Before I was fighting, I had a few street fights, boxing matches, in Western New York. So I don't fight no more, but me and Caveman, we talk about fighting all the time. So we love fighting.
Yeah, man. I'd love to someday come and join you guys. Just come watch a fight with you guys or something. It'd be awesome.
You're welcome to come, man, anytime. For
sure. We'll get a big session for you together too. We'll get some the post 40 crowd together for you.
Yeah, there you go.
So speaking of post 40 crowd, I heard you got a friend that's got a over 40 fight league going on.
Yeah, he's outside of Cleveland. His name's Carl. He runs every year. He has a I don't know what the whole thing is. I've never actually been to it. He's just told me about it, but I can get you connected with him, and he'd definitely be able to tell you more. All I know is he calls me every few years and was like, "You should come out, jump on in," and they run a little tournament. And I never got.
Definitely hook us up. If I can get in there as a pro, like I would still do that. I would still fight someone, man. But like I don't want to fight no 21-year-old kid no more, man. Like I'm training with those guys. They're too fast for me, man. Like it's bad. We need like 15, 20 rounds to slow them guys down. Like,
wear them down.
First couple rounds, I'll get my ass kicked, man. I can't be.
Yeah.
I can't be messing around with those young kids.
Hey, man, you need a guy with the same reflex as you.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Well, they say you lose as you get older, you lose your speed, right? I mean, your power tends to hold on longer, but
I would say like my speed is not the
reflex, right, Caveman?
Yeah, my reflex. I'm just like slow to react to stuff.
Yeah.
And my knees are getting old, so it's harder to shoot.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, everything else works the same. Like I feel great grappling. I feel great on the wall. I feel great like striking myself. Just sometimes you can't get out of the way like you used to. But I feel great. Like as soon as I get really fatigued, I feel like I'm even with them. But like, it takes 10, 15, 20 minutes to get tired, and that's how long the fight is. So like it's not so great when you're doing it competitively. Like in the training room, I can hang because those guys get tired, and then I can, I don't get tired, so it works out good.
Awesome. So when you're training these guys, where are they fighting at? Like, what is there I know you guys went to one the other day or last week or a couple weeks ago. You showed me the poster, but where's the local area here where you guys take your guys to, or the guys you train?
There's quite a few fight leagues around here, amateurs, and then there's in Buffalo we have K4. That's an outfit that we work for, like the premier fighting organization. They have amateurs and pros. And then there's FCP. They're in Rochester, which is like less than an hour drive. We have Gladius, which is Horseshoes, a 2-hour drive. We have Elite in Schenectady, which is like a 4-hour drive. We got Warriors Cup and all New York City stuff. That's like an 8-hour drive. And then we can go to 24/7. That's amateur and pro down in PA. And then there's a ton of pro stuff in PA. In New York, the only pros that they really do MMA-wise is pretty much on the casino, because we have that Muhammad Ali Insurance Act in New York State. So like the smaller organizations really just can't afford to have pro fights like at the beginning level, like where they're getting like, between $4,000 and $3,000 or $4,000 a fight. And like, because insurance is like another $8,000 or $9,000 a fight or two. Yeah. So they just can't financially put those shows together in a small arena. So really only UFC and, the bigger organizations can come here.
We have pro kickboxing, pro Thai boxing, but MMA, no. Yeah, like Caveman said, the insurance is expensive, and it's crazy in New York State.
So how often do you guys go into these events? Like, you guys have one like every weekend?
So K4, I think they're doing. I think they did 7 this year and 8 next year. FCP does about 6 or 7 a year. Gladius does 4 or 5 a year. New York City has a fight pretty much every 2 weeks. 24/7's fighting probably 9-10 times a year. So you could probably fight, two times a month, the way it's set up right now.
We got 2 shows in Buffalo's coming up in June 21st, right, Caveman?
Yeah, June 21st, and then July, and then August.
Yeah, August. That's gonna be at the Buffalo River Works.
Yeah.
August. June is gonna be at where it came in and
the M Casino and 2040 Walden.
Okay.
And so what are you guys doing there? Are you like in the guys' corners? Are you just spectating? Are you running your podcast during the event? Like, what are you guys doing there?
So me and Ray commentate, and then I interview the fighters after. So like I'm like the Joe Rogan guy, and Ray's like the retired fighter guy. And then we have another guy in the booth, Ben Field. He's our color our analyst guy, and he drops the sales pitches like nobody, man. Like he's so good at the opening. Like when you're sitting around and you're about to open a show, it's like so difficult to actually like look at the camera and just like say your lines without rubbing anything, And Ben Field is like the best at that ever. And me and Ray are like once we get talk about fighting, man, I could talk all day about like what the guys are doing in the cage, and like I can break down everything real time. But like talking about the show and then like selling the sponsor stuff, I'm really trying to work to be better at that. But like Ben Field, the third guy in the booth, is like amazing at it. So huge shout out to Ben.
Man, I'd love to come watch you guys commentate fights. That'd be killer.
Heck yeah, dude! You can come sit right at the table, man. We'll hook you up for sure.
Yeah. Man, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Listen, I gotta warn you though. Sometimes you get blood splatter everywhere.
That's all right. I'm used to it.
Oh,
so we have our best suits on, man, and I can't tell you how many times I got like blood and sweat from these guys all over me, man. I gotta go home and like scrub my suit. It's the worst, dude. Like, at least you're in your hunting clothes when you go out and hunt. Like it's not so bad. Like
let's say
it's terrible when you get blood all over you.
My hunting clothes are pretty banged up the same way, so very cool.
Do you here's our OnlyFans. This is his Cavs OnlyFans. So there is no pay part, so you can just click on it and check out his Cavs. You don't need to pay anything. Just so you know, he wants to make sure that everyone knows that it's not for money. But that's his OnlyFans, and he's like putting calf shots up there. It's kind of a joke, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe if he gets enough viewership, we can.
We might have just walked into something we don't want to see now. Shit.
I don't know, dude. His calves are like they're gigantic. We have two guys at our gym with like super abnormal calves. I don't know what it is like with these guys, but I've been in the sport for like almost 35 years now. But like, dude, these guys' calves are two of the biggest calves I've ever seen. They're not just like big calves like a fat guy. They're like so huge and so defined too. It's crazy.
Man. So you've been in it that long. Are you noticing a lot more people doing it now? Now with like the emergence of the UFC being so big, is what you're doing as a trainer a lot bigger of a thing than it was 20 years ago?
Yeah, dude, there's a lot of money in it too. So I had my first fight in 1995, and it was in a ring, obviously, because they didn't have cages back then. Everyone fought in a ring, and like now there's cages everywhere. There's schools everywhere. We used to break in. No, I think the statute of limitations. We used to break into like Taekwondo schools and karate schools and like use their mats in there to train sometimes, man. Like there's a place on Transit, like you could jimmy the door open. We just go in there and we'd like beat each other up in there. And we went from that and like training in backyards and stuff. Now like everyone's got a gym. There's like cages everywhere. Like it's a real sport. There's money into it. Like obviously we're breaking into places we weren't paying to train. We just got a bunch of guys together that want to beat each other up.
Yeah.
And now, like all those guys from back in the day, like we pretty much all have our own schools now. And now there's a lot of competition between us, and like the schools are growing. There's a lot of money in the sport. We have fights all the time. For most of my career, fighting was illegal in the state. You used to have to go to like all the other states to fight too. Like New York was the last place to do it.
Yeah. And we got fighters like Patrick Mix fighting in the UFC, right, Caveman?
Yeah, dude, Pat came up right through WNY while we were all fighting there, and Victory. So like Pat Mix guy, he was the Bellator champ, the 135-pound Bellator champ.
He won the $1 million tournament, right?
Yeah, he won $1 million tournament, and he's fighting Mario Batista June 7th in UFC number 10 on the pay-per-view. Yep. And he's on the way to winning that title too from New York. And we have Rashad Evans as well. Rashad was light heavyweight champ.
Yep.
Where are those guys from?
They're so Pat Mix came out of the same gym that I fought out of, Western New York MMA. Yep. Rashad is from this area, and he wrestled on Trip, but then he transferred to Michigan, and then he did a lot of training in Miami, so he's not really fighting out of here anymore, but he was out of here. Same thing with Billy Q. Billy Q started at WNY with us too, yep. And then he moved to Florida, and he's fighting out of Florida too. So all those most of those guys are there.
Yeah, he's fighting out of the UFC.
Yeah, Mix is fighting out of Vegas right now too, Ultimate Couture. So like we're not really at the level where we can support the highest level guys right now, because you need to be in a group with the highest level guys. Right. We get guys to that level where they're at the UFC and winning Bellator stuff, and then like you have to go to big gyms. So we don't have enough people at that skill level in the area yet.
Yeah.
Good deal. Man.
I don't know. It's probably not relatable to hunting at all. Like, but there's only certain spots that you can go to hunt, and it's just like if you're hunting a specific animal, they're native to that area, so you have to go there. Like Vegas and California, Miami are where like all the major fight teams are, and if you're gonna be a UFC champion, you probably need to train in one of those places.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I can't believe there's over 40 league. That makes me so happy. It gives me hope.
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in a couple of years. He called me, was it 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Maybe. He called and asked if I wanted to come out, and I'm like, not even a little bit, man. I'll come out and watch, but
I want you to.
No.
Yeah, is that your wife?
Yeah, that's my wife. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. What does she think about you hunting all the time? Does she come with you, or?
Yeah, she's a hunter too.
I hunt with them all the time.
Heck yeah, that's awesome.
I've killed 3 bears myself, so.
Oh, 3 bears with a bow and arrow?
With a bow and arrow.
Oh my God, you're way more savage than me.
Yeah. She's a badass, that's for sure.
I do my best.
Is that cool going with your wife, man? Do the guys like that, or do they like?
Yeah, man, it is cool. Honestly, I prefer running camera and sitting and watching her get excited about something versus me doing it myself. Just to watch a buddy or her shoot something is really cool.
And he's done that a bunch of times. Like our last moose hunt we went on, he always lets me hunt first. So if I kill, that's awesome, and he gets a chance to kill after that. than he does. But there's been many times where I'm the only one who gets to kill because he's busy running camera and,
So there's videos you getting a kill?
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah, dude. I gotta go watch that.
I'll have to send you one of her episodes. It was actually our biggest episode we ever had in like 12 years, of course. But was that your antelope episode or whatever? It was like we had like 210,000 views on it or something like that. And of course, it's because you put this face on there, and it's a lot more fun to look at that than ours. So
yeah, dude, that's crazy. And dude, that's such a cool thing for women to see another woman go out and hunt too. Like it's very empowering. Like
and we'll go to camp, man, and like some of the hunts you want to sit in the tree stand all day long. Like it's your best chances. There's deer moving between, during the rut, they'll move between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. a lot. And then the mornings are good and the nights are good. So you just want to sit all day. Well, most of the guys don't have the patience to do that. And then there's her sitting in the stand. Nobody sees her all day.
We're up the sundown.
Yeah, we're back having a couple beers midday and eating some lunch and cooking some burgers, and she's up in that stand.
There's something to be said for that for a woman with a little bit more patience, a little bit more ability to just kind of sit and not act too quickly like some guys sometimes do. Just sit and wait for the right shot. So yeah.
Dude, I whipped over that deer.
All about it.
How much draw do you pull?
Me, 50 pounds.
50 pounds?
Yeah.
Is that scary to shoot a bear with a 50-pound draw, or does it go?
That's funny. I don't shoot I shot a moose with a rifle because I won't shoot anything bigger than probably a bear with that 50-pound draw weight. I'm 5'2", so I'm not a big person. So, I could probably work up to a 60-pound. I started with a 60-pound bow, but it was just a lot because there's too much movement. You got to be really careful and slow when you're drawing your bow because there's a lot of, the ability for that animal to see you because you have to be very close to the animal as opposed to using a gun. So, for me, it made more sense to, just make sure that I'm shooting something within 30 yards with that draw weight and, being smart and responsible about it. But we also use everything that we shoot and kill. So either we eat it, we donate it, we make dog food with it. We make sure that we use all the animals that we do harvest. So
my friend got a bear before. I don't know if he got it or not, but he had bear meat and it was good. It was really good.
It's real good.
I like to make pulled pork, pulled bear nachos.
Oh man.
Bear. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. Nothing's better than venison. I get venison every year. I buy it from everybody and it's so healthy. It feels so good to eat. Something I actually hunted.
It's so much better for you if you really look at the nutritional facts of it. There's more B vitamins, there's more protein, less fat, so much better for you. And we pretty much eat only game meat here, whether it's, deer or moose or elk or whatever we have, bear. But our kids are accustomed to only eating game meat, which is so much better for you.
How many freezers do you guys have?
A lot.
Well, I have the company Artler, and we have probably 250 freezers, honestly. So it's freezer space is
not a problem.
Not a problem, yeah.
Man, that's crazy.
Well, and you got to stop buying your venison because I know a guy that will just give you venison. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude, I will take anything you can send me, man. I love venison so much.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
we'll trade you some venison for just letting us come to watch some of the fights, man. It would be awesome.
Yeah, dude, that'd be perfect trade, dude. I would love that, man.
Want to see him fight?
No.
I get you in there with someone not great. We probably can't fight a K4, but I get you a fight with someone that's not great somewhere else, and we'll I'm sure I can make that happen.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
He's got to be over 60 or something.
Over 60. No, I'll get you a comparable matchup. You look tough as shit, man. So we'll hook you up.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. Do you guys do the whole business together too? All the billing and all the stuff, man?
Yeah, we are literally just a two-man show. So we have 4 businesses together that we run. And then Kristen also runs the back end. Her dad owns a big furniture company out in Albany. So she runs all the back end of that. We have Antler Ice, which is the frozen deer urine company. The new Pinnacle 50 company, and then we have another company called the Enchanted Mountain Challenge. And it's tough to explain. It's kind of like a scavenger hunt, geocaching,
outdoor
escape room thing that people come sign up down in our small towns here.
It's like the Amazing Race, but local in Western New York.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah.
It's super fun, super cool. You guys ever want to do it? It's on us. Come out and check it out. But yeah, So we keep busy. We keep pretty busy.
Man, that's a lot of stuff. How's your accountant? It sounds like a lot of.
We have a great accountant from Rochester. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
We talk to him more often than we want to.
Yeah,
Yes, that is Huck Finn Home, sir, Mr. Jared Joseph. That's my father's store.
Oh,
Interesting that you knew that.
that's wild.
Wow.
Yeah, that's my dad's store. Yep.
That's crazy, Jared.
That is
Wow.
It's such a small world.
Yeah,
Small
super crazy.
Now you're gonna have to check out his OnlyFans.
If he checks at huckfinnhome.com, I'll check out his OnlyFans.
Man,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
what's it like? So I'm trying to say this without being like insulting, but like a lot of guys I know don't like to hunt with ladies, and they're not very friendly to ladies. And we talk about this a lot because we're gonna have another podcast about how ladies are like not taken care of well in fighting. That's coming up very soon for us too. And like I see the same thing with hunting. There's a lot of old school hunters, like my family included, like all my uncles and stuff. They don't really like ladies coming out and hunting. They're like, oh, this is for men. This is our time to get away. And for you to do that with your wife, I think it's really awesome. Do you get shit from some of your buddies, or like are they all really cool with it too?
No, they are cool with it. It's different because she's hardcore. She's not like, you don't have to hold her hand. You know, you take her to any camp, you take her to any piece of woods in the country, she'll walk in and figure it out herself. So it's when she does come to camp, usually she is the only girl there, but like she's usually out hunting everybody or hunting harder, hunting longer. So like there's no hand holding, none of that stuff. But yeah, man, I think a lot of my buddies' wives a lot of girls are getting into it now. And there's a lot of female hunters out there, but yeah, no, I do like my couple trips a year where it's the boys, you know.
Yeah.
It's just the guys' weekend or, you know, something like that, or guys' week. And
Like, not to break in, but like as a woman, it's a pretty cool thing to be able to harvest an animal yourself and be able to feed your family yourself. It's kind of a cool experience to be able to do.
I think so too, and I think this is really awesome, and I really hope a lot of people watch this too. I think that's really great what you're doing, and I think you can really change minds. I'm sorry, Ray, go ahead.
No, I agree 100% with you.
Because we run into this, like, this is the same thing in the martial arts community too. So a lot of guys are like, oh, Jared bought a chair from your place.
Thank you, Jared. Yes, Albany, New York. You are correct. Huck Finn Home.
A lot of the guys, like, you know, they talk down to the girls and they don't really treat the girls with respect sometimes too. And it's kind of the same thing. It's just like guys trying to be guys. But you know, there's a big push now in like everything around the world to like try and make people even. And hunting is one of the last things. Fighting is one of the last things. You know, and I think it's a really good example. I really didn't even know that you hunted with him. This is such a cool thing that we ran into. And I'm glad you're sitting there for the podcast. And this is such a great story too.
I was excited about this. So I've been sitting here waiting for this all day. I was pumped.
Yeah, seeing you guys like do so much stuff together is so empowering. Like there's so many people that are like, oh, women are bad or men are bad and they don't like each other. Like seeing a couple together and being successful and running a business is such a powerful thing to see.
Oh, appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah,
Some days are easier than others, right?
That's for sure.
No, that's awesome. Like imagine, I can't even imagine like people being with their wife and like doing all the stuff that you're doing. Like it takes a lot of commitment and a lot of communication. And like, I think it's a really good thing. You guys should have like a couple show on top of that. So you should put like a couple hunting show, like just how you guys interact with each other too, because it's a really powerful message and it's really popular right now too.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. Well, our first episode that we released of Pinnacle 50, she's once again the star of the show, shot the biggest mule deer on the trip. And so if you check out the first episode, you'll see she's got the first hunt on there, and she's got a good personality, laughing, and obviously
I'm a little silly,
pretty and all the things. So yeah, it's she does well.
You guys should post that, and then you should do like a behind the scenes one too, and like have like almost a reality show with it too, because you guys are doing so much of the business and stuff too.
Tell you.
Yeah, no, I know, but you guys are like so personable. Like I would watch this all day long. I love Gold Rush because it was kind of like that too, like just that show with a bunch of crazy people, you know, and like you, no offense, you guys seem kind of crazy, but like in a good way, like it's fun to watch, you know, like I like this a lot. This is so cool.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we have a good time. That's for sure.
What's the biggest animal that you both have killed?
A moose for me, I would say, or a bison, maybe.
We got a bison.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, that's cool.
Yeah. With
Hey,
a bow,
Caveman,
crossbow.
bison meat is good out here.
Oh, it's the best.
That's the
man.
best. There's nothing better.
It's the best.
I've only had bison burgers. Those were really good, but I know.
Well, and same, like, especially since you're so in shape, man. Like the bison, all the wild game is so much better for you than all that other stuff you buy in the store. So you, I'm assuming you're a crazy health nut and eat great and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So I mean,
I'm primarily carnivore too. Like I don't do too much else besides for carnivore, and getting the venison and some of the other stuff has been like really helpful. It really helps keep the weight off and keep healthy too. Like as soon as I started stop eating so many carbs and all that bullshit that's in our food, I feel so much better. My inflammation is down. Like I really think that's awesome. And like that Joe Rogan talking about the carnivore diet all the time has got to help you guys. And like how he's talking about hunting so much, like it's got to be great for you guys.
yeah, honestly, we'll buy
We have
chicken,
a farm too.
but we buy very little meat, man. We have we got our chickens here, so we have all our own homegrown eggs.
We've raised pigs before. We have a little farm. We have 50 acres here, so we raise our animals. Yep.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I get eggs from one of my students. One of my students bring me eggs from his chickens too. And it's so different. It tastes different.
Yeah.
Everything's different. I don't know what they do to our eggs, but they're not the same eggs that come from the chicken at all.
The yolks are so orange and like they're just a richer taste, man. They're so much better. You can nothing but farm eggs. We can tell anytime we have an egg that's not a farm egg.
It's so different too. And then man, they crack different. Everything's just different. They're not so like when you crack it, it's not like all I don't know how to explain the way that they break, but they're like stick together.
Really thin.
Yeah, they don't stick together. Yeah.
They're like fragile and thin, but our chicken's free range, which is awesome too, because they eat the ticks. So the dogs don't get ticks, and it's just like this really cool cycle of life of, taking care of the property. We get those eggs. It's good for our family. It's just kind of a nice lifestyle out here in the middle of the woods.
Do you have to worry about like coyotes and stuff eating your chickens, or you take care of them?
We shoot a lot of them. We shoot a lot of coyote and fox out here. We have had very few this year. I think it's because she puts the hammer down on them all year round. Yeah, we had a bear on the porch the other night. Kristen put the garbage out in the back of the side-by-side and then walked out in the morning last week, and the garbage is everywhere. There's bear crap on the porch and on the driveway, and really haven't had much mess with our animals other than like the hawks and eagles and stuff. Taking a chicken every now and then.
Our animals are fairly close to our house too. And we have 2 big dogs, so I think that does help, because they're not too far away. So I think that helps with the predators a little bit, but we still have the issues.
That's so funny, you guys. Like it's like every person that hunts and is cool on wildlife, they all got big dogs, they all got chickens. Like
so stereotypical, right?
Yeah, so stereotypical, but it is what it is.
It's just like the fighters. The fighters are all the same too. Like it's like just a certain personality type are attracted to the things that we're attracted to, and I think it's just a crazy way of how life works.
I think just the fighting and the hunting thing, I mean, they go hand in hand for me, man. It's just like the same people that enjoy hunting love fighting. Like it's just a thing. It's just like that caveman, barbaric, old school gladiator style thing, man. And whether you're beating somebody up in an octagon or in a ring, or you're sitting in a stand and trying to outsmart a wild animal in order to kill it, it's just all in the same boat for me. I love it all.
I can't tell you how many people during COVID, if things were like going to go crazy, were planning on coming and moving out here because they figured we'd be able to take care of them. So it's kind of funny. Step back a little bit from the way society is and take care of yourself a little bit.
There's going to probably be more communes starting and stuff where people just have all their own farm-raised animals and food and gardening, and the way our food is, the way everyone's taking care of, like it's so bad. The food is so bad. The stores are so bad. The prices are so high. It's getting to be pretty crazy.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
You guys are way tougher than me, though. I have nothing to do with hunting because it's so cold when we hunt here in Buffalo. Like I'm like so cold. I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, I never went hunting in my life. I'm from the city, so
Well, let's go, man. Let's all get on a little trip together and go shoot some doves or something.
Let's go shoot somewhere where it's hot. I would love it. I like the hunting part. I don't like the cold part.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, I'm jumping back on last time, I promise. The one thing about hunting that I think people don't understand if they've never been a hunter is if you think about where your food comes from, these farm raised animals that are living in barns their whole life, and you see these chicken trucks with these chickens stacked up, driving to slaughter. Like the animals that we shoot, we're responsible. We're shooting mature animals who've had an opportunity to procreate and do their thing on this earth. And, ultimately the life of a wild animal, the end of their life is not a good one. They're going to be, sick and ill, eaten by a coyote, dying painfully. So there is something to be said for the conservation side of things when you are a responsible hunter and, going there and taking an animal that is closer to the end of their life, feeding your family with it. I feel like it's a lot more noble than going to the grocery store and buying, packaged meat.
I agree with you.
At least that's how we feel. And I'm like, my family, not hunters at all. But when they start thinking about that, like, where's your meat really coming from? Like, we know where our meat's coming from. It's as natural and organic, and it's been able to do its thing here on this earth, and it feels good to be able to like take that animal and transfer that energy to us as humans. So maybe a little bit philosophical or whatever, but people don't think about that with hunting. They think about the killing. It's not about the killing. It's about so much more than that.
I challenge anyone that eats meat. I guess vegetarians can get a pass on this, but I challenge anyone that eats meat and they get it from a store and they don't like hunting, that you should really look and see what happens at one of these farms that are like where your meat's coming from, unless you're getting it from like a butcher that like regeneratively farms or something. But man, those places are so terrible. It looks just look up a video on YouTube and just see it for 10 minutes. You're gonna turn it off and be grossed out and never eat meat again.
It's hard
don't
to
they add chemicals to the meat?
Yeah, and they feed the animals chemicals and they don't move, and they're like stuck next to each other and they have growths all over them. They just chop off the growths and put the meat in. Man, it's terrible.
It's wild. Yeah, they give them, there's a show called Food Incorporated. I don't know if you guys have seen it before, but it's not an easy watch. But like they talk about, they'll give a chicken growth hormones and they grow, because the quicker they grow, the less feed you have to feed them, the cheaper it is to raise a chicken. But they give them all these growth hormones to the point where they get so big so quick that their legs can't even handle it. Their legs break underneath them. And it's just, and when you think about these stuff, like even the vegetarian people, and again, I have friends that are vegetarian, nothing against them, but Ted Nugent says it the best, man. He's like, if I'm going to shoot an animal and I'm going to take one life with one arrow, you talk about a vegetarian who's is against that completely, but yet they're growing these fields of tofu or whatever they're growing out there. And these farmers are churning up the ground and killing every ground shroom, every frog, every bird, every toad, every worm. Like, you're killing millions of animals so that you can eat a tofu sandwich, bud. And Nugent says it really well. He said it way better than I did, but it's true, man. Like, one arrow, one animal, you're taking one life, and that's feeding your family for however long, weeks, maybe a month. So,
and we have 4 kids. During COVID, we had 2 bison that we killed, and we ate those 2 bison that whole entire time when we were in quarantine. It was just an awesome thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
You guys are eating farm raised food. I was like reading the internet how to cook my neighbors. For real. I learned how to cook human during COVID. Because when we ran out of meat, I was like, I'm gonna have to eat my neighbors.
Yep.
So when people start talking about how it's bad, you can just think about the caveman that was going to eat the next door neighbor.
Jared, talking about doing dove hunting in Texas.
Yeah. But I'm dying to do some dove hunting in Texas. I've always been bragging about how fun it is. He's a hunter. Like, most of the guys that train with me are like military guys, and a lot of them like to hunt. And this other guy, Josh, he's another guy in the Marines. He hunts all the time. He's got some land. He's actually so I don't know. He works for the government. He makes sure people has a hunting license and stuff. I forgot exactly what he does. But I'm sorry, reading another comment. But like he's super cool. He's the one to bring me the chicken eggs, and he hunts all the time. And we got a lot of law enforcement guys too, and like everyone's a hunter and like fishermen and all kinds of stuff in our gym. So like I get lots of good stuff from people that actually do it, and I don't really have a lot of time. I'm actually in the gym like 7 days a week, and I work a regular job too. So I don't get out a lot, but man, I love everything that you're doing. I think hunting's cool. I've been out a couple of times. I'm not very good at it. I would definitely enjoy doing it if I didn't have a regular job, man. But
Okay.
I don't like cold.
We gotta get Ray out there, man.
Yeah, definitely Ray. Ray's kind of a softie. I don't think Ray can cold.
I don't know. I think I do good.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
I know you could shoot a guy, but I'm not sure you could shoot like an animal, dude. I seen you with your little doggy.
I don't know. I would like to try it out one day. I definitely would like to, because this is kind of something like if you go hunting and then you kill an animal and you get to take that animal home. I know you got gut it and everything, and bring some food home. So that's always a good thing.
That's it.
That's a good
How long
feeling.
does it take you to learn how to gut an animal? And how long does it take you to actually do it now?
I mean, I don't know, maybe 3 minutes or so, 3-4 minutes. Like it's a really simple process. Like your first couple times doing it, obviously learning where everything's at. Takes a minute, especially as a young kid, getting your stomach right so that it's realizing what you're doing. But
Yeah.
honestly, it's a blindfolded thing now. It's really simple, really quick and easy and clean. And yeah.
Do you process your own meat too, or do you have someone do it for you?
Yeah, we do all our own meat. One thing we haven't gotten into is like making like sausage and all that kind of stuff. I got a buddy down the road that will bring like a bunch of deboned meat down to, and he'll make summer sausage or jerky or pepper sticks or whatever. But
that's cool, man, because the jerky's so good too. Like, gotta start making the jerky. You can sell that too.
I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, no, we do our own processing other than the specialty stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. And if we are gonna go hunting, Ray, we should stop at Armstrong's Armory and make sure that we get some guns from there.
Yeah.
And then we can get some of Shaun's products there because Armstrong should be carrying it soon.
That's it.
Yep.
That's awesome.
We're getting on him too. We're gonna keep bugging him until he grabs your stuff. I don't know if he did it yet or not. If not, let us know. We'll keep poking.
We're gonna put the pressure on him.
That's it. That's it.
He actually fought too, so we can definitely poke him. And he trains at Keith's gym, the guy that owns K4. So he's like right in the fight community too. So we definitely we have an aim at Armstrong's Armory for sure.
Yeah, I look forward to meeting him. I haven't met him yet, so
yeah, Grant's a really cool guy. Like they're all like cool guys there.
Yeah, they are.
Very cool.
So, do you have a lot of firearms too, or do you just basically do bow hunting?
I would say I do 80% bow hunting. No, I don't own a bunch. I got a few shotguns. I got a 300 Win Mag rifle and a couple pistols and some little like 22 243s. But
yeah,
we might have like a dozen guns, I'd say.
I don't have very many, just like a
It kind of did that.
I have buddies that have like hundreds and hundreds, and that's their thing. That's what they do. But
my brother's got a lot of guns. Like last time I was down there in South Carolina, I think he had like 48 or 49 guns now. Like he's got all kinds of stuff, man. Like just all over the place. Like we went down there, me and my kids were shooting and stuff. I like to shoot a lot. I just don't get out hunting much, so I like guns a lot. Bow and arrow's hard, man. It takes a lot of practice. It's way easier just to look down a scope that's already lined in for you, and you just pull the trigger. Like I have so much respect for bow hunters, man.
Yeah,
I got a question, Shaun. So when you go to shoot a bear, so where's the target going to be? The chest, the heart?
So most animals you don't want to shoot. Like a frontal facing animal, you never want to shoot. The ethical shot is like a broadside shot. So like you have heart and lungs right here.
Okay.
Your liver back here. So you're always wanting to aim, right in here. Pretty much all animals. Like a quartering away shot where he's turned a little bit is good. quartering towards you is bad because you got a big shoulder blade and then you got that big bone there. So if you hit the bone, there's a chance you're not hitting anything vital. So there are some situations like if you have a high-powered rifle and there's a deer standing there facing you and you put it in the chest, like he's dropping right there. But as far as archery goes, like you don't have that room for error. You hit a big bone like that, especially in a bear. You know, a bear's bone, you know, is like
right.
So you're not getting through it with an arrow. So you really want that broadside shot where they're just completely sideways.
Have you ever had to chase something that you hit and didn't quite get a good shot, or you always drop it?
Yeah, it happens, man. It's as much as I'd love to say it doesn't, but you know, we shoot enough, we practice enough. I'm confident enough. It is second nature for me, but man, you still make the mistakes. With archery, it's tough because like a gun, you can shoot, 400 or 500 yards, no problem.
Right.
Archery equipment for a white-tailed deer, like technology is so good, so you'll get different answers from people. But personally, anything over 40 yards is really sketchy, just because they hear the bow go off and they always drop because that's how they drop and turn and start to run. So their first instinct is their body to come down. So like you could be aiming perfectly and all of a sudden that deer drops and all of a sudden you're hitting it in the gut or high in the back and you're wounding an animal. So there are guys out there that are throwing arrows at like 80, 100 yards at deer, which I'm just not a huge fan of, but I'd say 40 yards and in is pretty ethical. Yeah.
What's the farthest you've ever had to chase something? Miles?
To chase something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had myself or friends hit a deer or an animal. And if you don't make a good shot, you leave and you go home. You get out of the woods. The saying, when in doubt, back out, because a deer will run or an animal will run. And if they're wounded, they'll bed down. And when they bed down, essentially it takes some time to die. And when they bed down, their wound heals, the outside of the wound heals up. They may be hemorrhaging inside still. So they're not bleeding. You're not able to follow blood anymore. So once they're bedded up, if you go right away after them trying to find them, if they get up and run, now they're running somewhere and you have no blood to follow. So the best thing you could do is if you make a marginal shot is to let them lay down overnight or, depending on where you hit them, 8, 10 hours, whatever, and get back after them in the morning or whatnot.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've tracked animals well over a mile before that were hit bad. It happens. It's part of it. It's unfortunate, but it's part of it.
That's rough. And I got one last question before we let you get out here, and then you can pump anything yourself too. But 100 man versus a gorilla, who wins?
Oh, gorilla, man.
You think, dude? I still don't think that's true, man.
So we said this it was 2 days ago. One gorilla versus 100 John Joneses, and the gorilla wins still, in my opinion.
I don't think so, man. I think we're smart enough to grab like rocks and like wear that thing down. They're not made to fight that many people for that long.
Yeah, I guess if you're bringing weapons into it, tools into it, maybe so. But like,
because you should be picking sticks up. Like, I mean, who's gonna fight a gorilla and not pick something up off the ground at least? Like,
I'm gonna fight a gorilla, I'm running the other way, bud.
Yeah. And like, so if everyone's committed, like, if your family's gonna die if you don't kill the gorilla,
what I mean?
We're
giving it. Like, if I had to do it, I'm doing it. But it's,
I truly think like 100 John Joneses would definitely kill a gorilla. I don't think like 30's enough, like 40's probably not enough. Because those gorillas will fuck you up, but they're not made to fight that long. They can't sweat. They're gonna break down.
You're not wrong, man. You're not wrong, and that comes from a true fighter's mindset. I guess if you're, back in the gladiator days, if you work together as a team, if you're going in one at a time, you're cooked. But
no way. One at a time, it kills you every time. But there's 100 men, dude. We're gonna surround that thing and we're gonna stomp it. Yeah, and like eventually it's gonna die. We're gonna lose a lot of people. Like I'm not saying like, and if people run when someone gets bitten, ripped in half and stuff, like it's a problem. But like I think 100 John Jones is definitely kill a gorilla, man. Yeah, but those guys hit so hard too. Yeah. John Jones be poking it in the eye, it won't even see
elbows and
yeah.
No, you're not wrong. If I thought about it that way, if 100 John Joneses jumped went at one time.
Yeah. And then they're gonna have clothes on, so they're gonna have something to choke it with, like because you can't really get through the skin, but you can still choke the shit out of that thing. So like you get your shirts wrapped around, tied up like a rope, like they'll take that thing out, man. I'm reasonably confident 100 people will kill it.
the power is just we can't even fathom the power though, man. It's
Yeah, no, I can't imagine like there'll be a lot of dead people, but I watched a lot of simulations, man. I really think they don't do it right because I don't know, man. I've seen like how much damage like 125-pound human can do, like a fully trained one, and like people don't like if it's 100 regular dudes, man, like forget about it. But like the difference between a regular dude and John Jones is like considerable. Like people don't understand like what the NFL players can do and like what these super athletes can do either.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
So
I mean, I got a feeling that someday somebody's going to line it up and we're going to get to finally see the answer. So
Dana White would probably do that. You just have to do it in another country.
Yeah,
I really think 100 above average human beings could definitely take out a gorilla, but not one at a time, not if someone ran away, but like if they did it as a group.
Yeah.
No, you're not
because
wrong. If they're
we had to come from somewhere.
It's going to be like a Russia thing. It's going to go down.
Yeah. We'd be pegging it with rocks. We'd be turning around, like poking it with sticks. Like people are smart.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah. And then we're going to have you. You're going to come with a bow and arrow, shoot from behind, and be all over.
No, I tell all the other 99 guys to back up. I got this.
Yeah. I really like. I watch this over and over again. I'm 100% committed that 100 humans would kill it. 100 above average humans would kill that. Like 100 office workers probably die.
Yeah.
But if John Jones leads a team of Francis Ngannou's, like I think.
Yeah, fair, big time fair.
Yeah. All right, man. Thank you so much for coming on. Anything you want to pump besides for Pinnacle 50 and.
Man, I appreciate you guys very much. Even just the opportunity to meet you guys, talk to you. I really would love to sit even behind you and watch you guys commentate a fight. I'd be honored to come check.
Yeah, dude. If you are ever in Buffalo, man, and there's a fight, we'll definitely hook you up. I'll get you like right up at the table.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me know when one is, man, or a good one to go to. I'd love to come.
We'll shoot you the schedule. I'll have Ray shoot you the schedule, and then whenever you want to come up, I'll talk with Keith, and we'll get you right up front.
Yep.
Appreciate that, brother. Well, anything I can do too in turn just to pump the podcast and what you guys do is awesome, and I'm excited to meet you and learn more about it. And
thank you, man. I'm excited to go watch your stuff now that I got the link to it right up here in the chat.
I saw the episode you sent me. It was pretty good too.
Yeah, appreciate it. We gotta get you out in the woods, Ray.
Yeah, I'll be down for that. I've been in the city all my life.
I'm not sure Ray can't wear sunglasses in the woods. Did you be totally lost?
Tom Kilkenny was making fun of me.
Yeah. So the commissioner, we have the K4. We use Gamma, and that's one of the 3 commissions in the state. And the head commissioner always makes fun of Ray because Ray's always got sunglasses. He's got these like super expensive sunglasses, and he sits there commentating the fights. And the commissioner always makes fun of us for his sunglasses. So it's a running joke we have.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thank you. It was really nice to talk with you, Shaun. I appreciate everything you do. I'm definitely going to watch the episodes, especially the ones with your wife, because I think it's awesome that she hunts, man. Like, that's so cool. Yeah. I'm proud of you. I'm sorry. I didn't catch your name. What was your name?
Kristen.
Awesome to meet you, Kristen. It's great to meet you, Kristen. Great to
Sorry
meet you.
to slither into your podcast, but
No, please do.
It's all good.
Appreciate it.
You guys are a team, man. Like both teams should be recognized. We appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for your time, and we're out here, guys. See you tomorrow.
Peace.